Welcome. Hope all is well. I'm your host, Darren Green, back with another episode, and I'm here joined with my lovely co-host, Derek Dahl.
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing much, just chilling. Excited to be back after this long hiatus.
Yes, we had it. It was a hiatus.
It was. But it's a new year, new day, renewed vision, and so I'm very excited to be back.
Yes, I'm glad to see you back. Okay, because I miss our conversations, and also before we get into it, of course, be sure to follow us at TDGS Media on Instagram and Twitter. Hit that subscribe button, give us a 5-star rating if you can, and let's also subscribe to us on YouTube. We love the likes and the comments that you guys give us. Yeah, I'm so sorry that for the people that was on the other live. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Why was it not sending to Facebook, and I ended up it wasn't even recording on Adobe, so we had to really do this over again. But it's okay. Energy's gonna be here. We're gonna give you better energy than Keyshia Cole last night. But anyway, so what you been working on? What you been doing?
Since the last time we were live, I think I've released the Screw D mix to Bang. So I have another version of the song that's out now on all platforms. You got the red pill and the blue pill now.
Oh, right. Not the red. Okay.
And I don't know. I have a few other projects I'm working on. I have a documentary thing that I got to do. Writing, chilling, loving, living. My mom
writing
in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Planning that. Just taking it easy and making the shit work. Yeah,
and that's what it's all about, honestly. Because
it's a new day.
It's 2021, guys. Huh?
It's like I said, it's a new day. Doesn't the air feel better? Like everything just feels.
You said, doesn't the air feel better?
The air feels better.
No, I did go outside and was like, oh my goodness, it's nice out. Like,
right, look at this.
We're still in winter, but it's all good. I mean, everything. I think 2020 we're on a good start. Let me knock on wood because I don't want no, you know what I'm saying, repeats. But it looks like everything is going off to a good start because, if you think about the inauguration, we got Biden in office,
Finally, right. Woo.
But I don't know what I've been working on because I feel like I haven't talked about my week.
Yeah, what's going on in your world over there?
Definitely a lot of things that I'm supposed to be working on in the near future. I'm not going to give you guys too much, but I've still been working on Green Radio, my podcast network. I've been talking to shows. It's at the point now where it's like, I'm at a standstill with certain people, with certain shows. And I understand, it's hard, trust is a virtue. You get what I'm saying? And this is a newer podcast network. So I'm not saying that I'm taking a step back from it, but I'm going to reevaluate, this ain't me giving up, child. When you listen to this podcast, it's not telling you to give up, but I'm telling you to just, if you're not getting the response that you want to get, maybe it's something that you can work on. Because I did I'm not gonna. Well, I already done brought it up, shit. Because y'all gonna be like, "What Aaron talking about?"
Right.
It's not that I got any pushback. It's just that I got questions from certain, far as the whole revenue thing. Okay. Because what I talked about is that I'm going to give every podcast the option to monetize their show, but the network, and being that I'm paying for it to be on Spreaker, the network needs to get a percentage of those earnings if we were to make them. So it's obviously, I guess with some shows they were like, I'm not sure about that, but I did tell them, I'm like, the monetization is optional. You don't have to put it on your show, and you can bring in your own ads, essentially, you can profit from your own. But I don't know. I'm just working with people, and then some people, I don't know. Maybe I need to not because I've been asking people that are, I wouldn't say colleagues or anything like that, but people that I followed on Instagram. And maybe I should be trying to connect to people that, maybe not know me or don't know me just from promotions and stuff like that. So I'm still working on it. That's the Green Radio is still going to be a thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still doing my other podcast, which is going to be a Star Wars podcast. We're working on that sometime in the later year. So I'm still doing my thing, honey. And I do have some podcasts that have confirmed, right, but I'm just waiting on them to give the content. Yeah.
Well, you gotta do what's best for you, and sometimes it does take a moment to take a step back and reevaluate.
Yeah.
Forge ahead, just keep going. Like, don't give up. Just keep moving forward.
Right.
Yeah.
What else about working on? Because I'm going back to my notes. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Like, back in school, I'm taking a business class, so this is really going to help me with, with the network. So, and it's like it's a class that talks about how businesses connect with consumers. So it's something. We're gonna see how that goes. And for the longest, I've been taking college for granted because it's like literally this class will count as a science. Like, I've been literally trying to take a science class this entire time to come to find out I could take a business class that can count for that. I'm like, y'all, you know what?
Yeah, you see, like, sales and consumership is like social/behavioral science.
People
consume, what drives them to buy,
right?
And stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You're almost done. Next year you'll be looking like you'll have senioritis, like I'm about to graduate.
I've been had senioritis. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm ready to get. I mean, no, but college was definitely fun. I had a great time. I've learned a lot. I would not take it back for the world. Like, I met a lot of people. Like, I was looking back, even from my old school, like I've met a lot of people. I don't think I would have done that had I not gone to college. It kind of gave me not confidence, but it kind of gave me a more worldly outlook on things. Because I notice, and I don't mean to be that type of person to people that don't go to college, but like I'm friends with people that don't go to college, and we just have different mindsets. And it's because, you get stuck, because you live in you talk to people from your town. I talk to people from my town. People tend to stay in a bubble.
That is true. Very true. But people are shaped by their experiences, and we're all different. College isn't for everybody.
It's not. And that's
it's unfortunately in our country, it's a privilege to go to college and to finish, but to also be in spaces where you can have, on one hand, you have like-minded individuals who are interested in learning more, who have a passion for education, and also you have this atmosphere of different thoughts and different ideologies. So it does expose you to different perspectives, different cultures, different value sets. I always say graduating from college may not be for everyone, but I think that everyone at least needs to go for 1 year. Like, you just need to have just 1 year of an experience.
Of a
heightened intellectual atmosphere. It totally changes your trajectory.
Because I can tell, I mean, the way I was before to the person I am now, it's I definitely could see a change, and I see a change for the better. But as my time, and I also feel like too, I know I'm like ready to go, but like part of me was a little apprehensive because I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is it. Like, this is it. I have to get out. I have to go. A lot of pressures on me that I put on myself. It's not that I'm getting pressure like from my parents or anything. Like, you need to get, but like it's me in my mind. Like, you need to get this job. Like, you need to pay off the student loans. Like, because this is going to be it's gonna be a task. But I'm glad
Biden for putting a moratorium on student loans too. That was part of his executive orders.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Biden. And you know what? That
Come on, Uncle Joe. He heard.
Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about the 2021 election inauguration. So, as we all know, Joe Biden is officially the 46th president of the United States. The 78-year-old Democrat and Vice President Kamala Harris were sworn in Wednesday, January 20th, during a mostly remote inauguration ceremony, which had the First Lady, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton was there, Hillary was there, the Bushes were there. Lady Gaga did the Star Spangled Banner. That was interesting.
it was.
No, I mean, look, and I had to tell my mom, I'm like, I told you Gaga can sing. Because she does not like the.
Your mom doesn't like Gaga.
It's not that she don't like Gaga. She don't really. She's like, she don't really like. She's in her time of singers. I'm like, Gaga can sing. Like, she did that.
Yeah, she's like a Barbra Streisand, except like Madonna's wardrobe. In a sense.
Now J-Lo. Whoa. Not Kim Zolciak, honey. Yes. Well, hey, there's people that liked it. There's people that enjoyed J-Lo's performance. It was very.
They told y'all J-Lo was going to be performing. They didn't say she was going to be singing. So
yeah, and you know what? Shout out to Katy Perry for setting the bar back high at the end.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. I felt like I was watching the season premiere of America. Like, wow, we made it to that last season. It's horrible. Mm-hmm. It's great. Look at it was so dramatic and theatrical. Katy looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like she came and did what Gaga was trying to do. Like I would have expected it to be opposite. Like Katy Perry could have sang the Star Spangled Banner.
Mm-hmm.
Let Lady Gaga give you all the theater and the show and the fireworks and
yeah.
But Katy did an amazing job. It looked so clean. I think this is her first performance since she's had the baby. She looked amazing.
Yes, she did.
Voice
with the fireworks, and she was singing fireworks. Like, come on!
It was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I knew that. I knew anybody wanted smoke. Like a lot of people, my parents, my dad was like very like, oh my God, what is? They didn't want no smoke. They one thing about this country. Consistency is not a good thing. Consistency is not a virtue, okay? We outrage one day and then that's about it. Like I knew the MAGA supporters are not gonna come up and storm no damn inauguration. Not with all everybody was there. They was like, oh, pull up if you want to. Right. But no, it was a good event. I seen parts of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
Well, I really didn't expect them to or anything really big to happen that day, especially after Donald Trump kind of renounced the people that said they were doing it in his name. He kind of renounced them 3 times, January 6th, and saying that, they don't support violence. And so to them, if you are one of those people that sworn your allegiance to a leader and all this kind of stuff, and it's go time or whatever in their brain, I didn't expect them to show up or do anything. And also, because of what happened at the Capitol on the 6th, it really gave Congress and Joe Biden too, like the new administration, a chance to show arms with 25,000 troops to protect the Washington Monument,
right,
and the White House, stuff like that. Like this, y'all are a couple thousand people with guns and Confederate flags. We have 25,000 troops. Okay.
Okay.
About this civil war y'all want, you don't have the reach. Whatever you thought was going to happen is not happening.
Yeah, people's lives lost. This is a really serious situation that they're
still getting locked up. Like every day there are new charges and keep finding out new people. People are so stupid. Like y'all, when y'all charged the Capitol, y'all had y'all cell phones on. Y'all think that that have its own fucking Wi-Fi tower. Like they don't. It wasn't smart. It wasn't smart. It was a act of passion. Their passion led them, and it's gonna lead them straight to jail.
Yeah. What got me was the one with the horns and the little face mask or whatever. Talk about some, oh my God, I want organic food. And they gave him organic food. I'm like, let my ass get arrested. I better look.
You may not get to eat.
Oh. That's just so crazy how privilege works in this country. But hey, whatever. It doesn't matter. Joe's in the office, Kamala's in the office, Huh? Well, it does. Okay, well,
look, it matters. Hopefully it forges the conversation so that it shined a light so brightly when we saw all those people out there protesting the certification of the election. We were watching how they were treated versus how people who were literally out there protesting state-sanctioned killings of unarmed Black people, and how people on some of the delusional people on the right are making the comparison, like, you let them protest all summer long and burn down buildings and loot, and you support them, but when other Americans protest peacefully and but people died, and they came to hang members of Congress and of the executive branch. Like, it's totally different. It's a totally different situation, fighting for totally different causes. And I'm so tired of the but what aboutism when it comes to real challenges in this country, especially when it comes to racism and classism. But we're in a new era. Joe Biden is making a concerted effort to try to mend some things. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how pissed off they'll be. Trump said he was supposed to be leading the silent majority. Let's see if they're going to go back to being silent like they were before.
Okay. Well, I mean, they don't even have y'all not even relevant anymore. I mean, there is no MAGA. Like, and it's never coming back to the office.
This was just the beginning. So we'll see what happens over the next. We'll see how he tries to.
How he gonna talk without his dang social media?
We just want him to go to jail. That's what we want. We really want him to go on trial. The articles of impeachment will be reaching the Senate on Monday. Beginning the trial of Donald Trump. So it's gonna be interesting.
Somebody calling me? Not you got two phones.
I mean, I do have two phones, but no, the phone was ringing on my phone and on my laptop.
Oh snap! Oh yeah, I forgot you got a MacBook.
How you do not disturb me?
Well,
yeah. So congratulations, Joe Biden. Oh, still on inauguration. So can we talk fashion, please?
Michelle. Come on now. Now, why she had to slay them like that?
I got my entire life. So the first thing I noticed, like, maybe because my petty radar came on. And shout out to Sergio Hudson, it's a Black designer who designed her pants with the plum.
Okay.
I immediately thought about what Michelle Obama looked like at Trump's inauguration. When I saw her and Barack walking down, I was like, oh, she got the same colors on. She got the little plum magenta thing.
Really? Oh, see, I even noticed that.
Like, wait a minute, Michelle Obama just slid through here with the heeled boots. Sergio Hudson, monochromatic steves with her hair fully coiffed, laid for the gods, full face of makeup, lashes. Okay. Michelle Obama did not come to play. She came through these doors. And I thought at the last election, like, damn, the last election, she had a ponytail and an A-line dress, and she looked as if she didn't want to be there the whole time. And I was like, wow, like, that is some, even though it was, what's a good way to say it? I won't say it was shade, but I feel like that was shade. And now it seems like a more intentional act of shade. Because at first when she came to the inauguration, everybody was like, well, damn, did Melania take the glam squad with her? Like,
yo.
Right. And now I'm thinking like, no, Michelle has money. So she just didn't want to. She's like, I'm not buying a wig for this man.
Not for this event.
Right. I'm not buying no. I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna be there. And her face was twisted the whole time. But this one, she had fun. All the girls kind of slayed. Kamala Harris looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I like the light blue long coat that she had.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Kamala had on purple.
Oh, you know who I think? I'm thinking of Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Dr. Jill Biden.
Jill Biden. Oh, that's cute. Joe and Jill.
Mm-hmm. She looked amazing as well.
Everybody looked pretty good. Everybody
theme going on. Like I feel like Michelle.
Oh, Pence showed his face. I was like, okay, he came in sports.
Who?
Pence.
Yeah, because he's somewhat decent. His policy positions are. But yeah, he's always tried to at least maintain some form of dignity and decency.
Yeah.
So it was good that he came in and showed face. But why wouldn't he come? Why wouldn't he come? The people the president that he served literally made his supporters turn on him. So
yeah, I guess he's seen the light.
It was an amazing day. The whole day was beautiful. Saw the parade, watched parts of the parade, and then the televised special. I don't know what Bono was doing. That song was in my nerves. Did you watch the whole little special, the inauguration night special?
No, I didn't watch the whole special, but like I said, I was watching it in parts because I did have 2 classes that day.
Right.
But one thing that stood out was the girl that did the poem. That was a good one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting to watch. It was cool.
Amanda Gorman.
Yeah, her. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad that this all is over though. It's not over, but
there is a sigh of relief that something.
It's relief, yeah.
It's like you were left with a really irresponsible babysitter, and you just waiting for your parents to come home,
right, and just
idea at first.
What happened? Everything
happened. People died. It was crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, so shout out to Biden and his team. They did an amazing job. They put off an amazing inauguration. It was
I hope y'all do well.
Very well produced.
You said very well produced. Okay.
It was very well produced and very memorable. The only thing I remember from the last one was memes. I don't really remember anything about inauguration. Besides,
there was one meme that got viral from this event.
Oh, Lord, they done put this man. They didn't send this man everywhere. They have sat him everywhere. Did you see the one where they put him on stage with Beyonce?
Yes. No.
They done put him at the Versus battle last night.
Yes. Ooh, child. He needed to be there.
I mean, he might as well have came. Keyshia wasn't there on time. Let's talk.
Yeah. Okay. I ain't got much to say about it. I watched it. This is the first Versus that I actually watched. I anticipated everything. I was sitting here. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be great.
Really?
TJ dropped the ball, and Keyshia was late. She came in with an attitude. And I'm like, girl, what you got an attitude for? You over here talking about turn it up, down, turn it down. I'm like, girl, it's obviously not the volume. It's the vocals, honey. No, me and my mom and my aunt was in a group chat. My mom was like, I don't know what's going on with her vocals today, sis, but you was butchering my songs. How you going? Because at the end of the day, we all know Keyshia Cole would have won, but how you let Ashanti won by participation? Oh, wait a minute. Did I offend?
I ain't say a word. All I can say is Ashanti was there on time. She had great energy.
Okay.
Her vocals were present. You know what I mean? And she had, she has the hits. But Keyshia has some nice little songs. I mean,
not nice.
Keyshia Cole music make you realize just how ghetto love can be. That's yeah, it's she doesn't give me the same love song, sad love songs of Adele, Adele singing it and how it makes you feel romantic heartbreak. No, like Keyshia Cole songs, like it just when I think about it, I think about that girl getting her heart broken in the projects. Like, man, that nigga stole your food stamp card too. That's crazy. Like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
you said she was selling fish.
That's what she been. She ain't been able to get into nothing. They said she was selling fish plates outside. All I said was she may have got hung up at the fish market earlier. She probably burnt the greens as well. Give her a time.
You didn't even send you an Uber.
Right, you like, do you? Where are you?
Like, you was an hour late, sis.
So my thing is, you had a phone though. Wherever you were, you could at least got on the live and been like, I'm on my way. You would have put in the comments like, I'm stuck in traffic.
No, it was really somebody that said, "Yo, she's trying to put her red highlights on for the show." I'm like,
now if she would have switched wigs during this live, that would have been great. That would have been.
They had an intermission. I'm like, Versus don't never have no intermission.
Yes, they do.
They do?
No, you just said this is the first one you watched. How you know?
Don't do me.
I didn't. I can only go off of what you said. You provided that information. So I had to give it back.
Well, look, okay, fine.
They do 20 rounds. After the first 10 rounds, they have a break. And then they come back and do 10 more songs. The problem was Keyshia was late. They were almost an hour late.
Mm-hmm.
And they did their 10 rounds, and Keyshia played another song, and then they still had to go to break, and came back and had to finish the rest.
Mm-hmm.
They thought live only gives you an hour on Instagram. It only gives you like an hour before
right, and then it turns off. Yeah.
So they were racing against the clock. So.
Yeah, this was so unfortunate. This had a lot of negative reviews. I mean, the energy, people was talking about like their energy and chemistry just was not there. Ashanti was definitely, like I said, she wins for participation.
Wow.
But like when Keyshia got there, it was like energy was just like off. She was like, "Yeah, girl, you go first." He said, "No, you go first." "All right, girl. All right, let's start it." I'm like, "Okay, shit."
Because you're late, you might as well just get the music. So
I was like, "Damn."
I said, "Not you made me the hype man."
Right. Ashanti was definitely
like Ashanti was an opening act or something. Like, wow, I'm a woman.
When somebody really on Twitter was, "Yo, why she playing shit unknown stuff?" I'm like, y'all mean as hell.
I ain't gonna lie. Last night I kind of started tuning out. Keyshia Cole played new music that we didn't ask for. Nobody asked for it.
Keyshia Cole always doing that. My album's out. My album's out tomorrow.
What album? I'm like, wait a minute. We ain't heard you on nothing. They ain't seen you. How you dropping the album from the basement? Whatever. So
not from the.
They could have played her new song when they went in intermission. That'd been perfect. Like, we're going on break. Great, man. This is my new single because we don't want to hear that in the battle. We don't hear that. We gonna lose.
And yo, the DJ just kept on playing that Fat Joe mix. I'm like,
her and that Tupac song over and over and over again.
I'm like, could we please move on?
Meanwhile, she had songs that were actually good that she didn't play.
Oh. She wanted to let y'all know I got recent music that's still good.
But you don't. And we didn't ask for that. That's not what this is about. Okay? Brandy did it right.
Mm-hmm.
Give us your classics. And then toward the end, I have my new album. Give us a little borderline, little taste.
And that's when
right. Give us a little 30 seconds. And let's jump back into this battle. I don't want to hear your whole record, girl. I don't know the words. I don't like.
No, I don't know the words.
That's not what we came for. So, but it was great.
But I do feel like people came in though with a defeatist attitude because we already anticipated for them to be at the verses the other time, and now we're like the energy. I feel like everybody's energy was just, even the viewers, we were just like, okay, well. Let's just get it over with.
It wouldn't have been like that if Keyshia would have been on time. How is the third? You postponed it twice. It's the third time. Why are you late? You should have been here early. We've been waiting. You should have been here early. It's just
not she the person that want to be like late on purpose, but then be like
giving very much
disrespectfully late.
Like I'm here. I don't know. If she had an attitude, I would have had attitude too. If I'd have showed up and it's like 15,000 bags of Doritos and no fucking Rotel dip. Like what?
Yeah, what's up with the partnership with Doritos and Ciroc? Like, ooh, child, that's a bad combo.
I'm like, this is gas. All of this is it's all a problem.
Not gas.
It's all gas. And that also further made it a hood event. Like Doritos and Ciroc. The next one might as well be sponsored by Hennessy.
It just might be shit.
If it's an R&B one, I believe.
Who you think they're gonna do next? I mean, they done did everybody. They better start doing these new people.
I don't know. I want a Mariah and a Mary J. Blige battle. I want that. I mean, either
Mariah and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, like songwriting and like they have songs that you know.
They said somebody else.
Mariah's a little more pop, but I would say Mary J. versus Faith, but Faith ain't got the hits.
And then are they cool now?
I don't. Yeah, I heard they was beefing ever since back in the day, but that ain't none of my business. You didn't hear that from me.
Who?
Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson.
Okay.
And then if they ever decide to do one for the white people, the first one needs to be Britney Christina.
Britney, who that? Are you naming two different people, or that person's name is Britney Christina?
Wow, Britney and Christina.
Okay, Britney. You want to start doing white people?
If they decide to do it, I'd be present for Britney versus Christina. That'd probably be the first one, and I'll probably
maybe. I know this ain't your favorite person. What about Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown?
That's gonna be a short ass battle.
Ooh, don't do Kim like that. Kim had a lot of songs though.
Kim ain't got 20 hits.
Go on.
I was like, she only got like 3 albums.
Oh, she did? Really? Only 3?
I think so.
Like, yeah, but she had a lot of features.
Albums.
5 albums.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Well, really 4 because the 5th one doesn't.
Wow. See?
Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, because her 4th album is 4. So yeah.
Her 4th album. The name of her 4th album is 4.
Remember that? Remember it was 4.
I thought that was Beyonce's 4th album.
The 5th album is called
9. 9. Called 9. Right. So I thought 9 was supposed to be her ninth album. It's
we don't know, but Kim.
Right.
Oh, let me see.
I don't care. She ain't got 20 hits.
We all talking. Let's go on Apple Music. Hold on. Let's see. Lil' Kim. Yeah. She probably do got only 4 albums. I mean, but look. I mean, hey, she had a lot of features. But anyway, yeah, like I said, Foxy Brown and Kim, like they kind of. All right.
Yep, that'd be nice. The hood would love that.
What I think they should start doing younger artists though, because we
like who? I saw somebody say last night they want to see a battle between SZA and Summer Walker. I'm like, can they get to 3 albums first? Like,
SZA has 2.
This is his 2nd album.
Yeah, but but SZA also had a lot of hits though.
SZA she got 20.
I don't know if she got 20 hits.
You don't know because she don't have them. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay,
so it's going by hit. Okay, I get it. Okay, maybe not new, but like kind of new.
Like
Nicki era new.
This is the funny thing. So people love the idea of there being competition right now, like the whole versus thing. They're welcoming of it until it actually matters. Like these versus things, it works best for both artists. Apple Music puts a playlist together so people can get their stream their songs. It boosts both their catalogs. It's a chance for a new audience to know who these older artists are. So it works in favor for older artists. New artists, you're already in a competition already. Okay, your versus is when you drop that single and see where you will land on these fucking charts. Okay, that's where your competition is. That's where your focus should be. So that someday when you are in a versus battle, you can play songs that people will remember the words to and like.
Okay, well look.
The new artists today, most of them have a hit today.
And not a hit. Okay, all right. What about the artists in the 2010s era?
No, artists in the 2010s. Ooh,
That's a lot of people.
Drake and Future could do a versus.
Yeah, Drake he got like 50 hits, over 100.
Yeah. Well,
Nicki and definitely somebody else. Nicki and she probably has to be compared to another dude, to a male artist.
Nicki would only be able to compete with a male rapper. Nicki and Drake would probably be able to do head
Mm-hmm.
and they got songs together. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Beyonce and Rihanna?
They have to take on 3 different bitches on those. Who?
Beyonce and Rihanna.
I would be there for that battle.
I'll be there for that, but see, Beyonce gotta be there.
You gotta be present. Beyonce gonna be at home.
Beyonce gonna be like,
she'll send Blue Ivy.
Right. She got an interpreter. I'm like, girl, if you don't get your ass to this studio.
And that's crazy to even think about Beyonce versus Rihanna when Beyonce is actually literally in the same class with like Britney Spears, Christina Pink, and like and that era of girls. It's just she became more competitive later on because all those other girls kind of burnt out.
Ooh, not burnt out.
I mean, their music and like it got dated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Britney tried to keep up. Like "Work Bitch" is the last song I think I remember that
did something
club worthy and like but all the other girls she came in with are like from the 90s. They weren't doing anything. Rihanna is more Rihanna and.
But there was a point in time when they did compare them.
Rihanna would actually it make more sense for Rihanna to be in the lane with like a Lady Gaga. Like they came out around even though Rihanna came out before her too, but in that
I know Gaga
in that space as far as like
I mean, if we were doing
2010s, right?
I don't know about Gaga. I definitely feel Gaga is just on a different. It was different. Well, then if that's the case, then you can compare anybody that got at least as many hits as they got.
It's kind of about like it being like versatile and like
being versatile.
Like, I mean, who you want? Miley Cyrus?
No, not my. If Gaga's gonna go up with somebody, I think it would have to be either a Katy Perry or a Taylor Swift, to be honest.
And I'm not. Yes, no, I would do Rihanna and Taylor. I would do a Rihanna and Taylor.
Okay.
A Gaga and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Or I would do a Gaga and Beyonce or a Katy and Rihanna.
Katy and Rihanna. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Katy and Rihanna. Ariana and Miley Cyrus.
But people the verses got to incorporate more than just hip hop and R&B.
Well, I mean, we're talking about pop girls now. And then, but they've actually, they've been doing like other verses. They just don't get. They don't.
They're not on the official verses.
Right. If it don't make it to Black Twitter, it ain't a real event. Like there have been white artists, there have been white producers. They've been doing like battles and stuff. Apple Music.
Right.
We do. If it ain't us, it ain't selling. So.
You said if it ain't nothing, it ain't selling.
If it ain't us, it ain't selling. So yeah, that'd be interesting. But it's not. I mean, it's just thinking back at that time. Like there's not enough people to choose from.
Yeah.
And Jason Derulo.
Yeah. I would say definitely Chris Brown and Trey Songz, maybe. Yeah, because Trey Songz in his prime, he definitely was out there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
I okay. I'm thinking like, what would that be like? I think Trey has a lot of sex songs. Chris does, too, but like. Chris had some bangers.
Now, some bangers. He would blow out Trey Songz. He'd be like, "Child."
But we all know how that would work. First of all, Chris Brown put out an album that had 85,000 songs on it at one time.
Not 85,000.
Chris Brown got to have a verses with his damn self. Chris Brown can only do a verses with R. Kelly. They have the same amount. They have a catalog.
Child, he'll get canceled even for the first promo.
You think so? I think he's probably one of the most watched they'd ever have. Who not gonna tune in? Who not gonna tune in to see R. Kelly on the verses from prison?
Not from prison, girl. Okay, Miss Girl. Anyway, enough of verses. We gonna find out. They gonna sooner or later they're gonna tell us who's gonna be on verses next. But until then, this was a no.
You didn't like this?
I didn't like this. This was not. And it's not like I didn't watch other verses. I just watched it in clips and I was entertained. Like when I seen clips of the the Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. Like that was very interesting to watch. Like I had a good time with that. Like I was, even though I didn't know I didn't know most of the songs because it was not my time. Like I was like, okay, yeah, they doing it. I never like I was getting new songs, but even with the rappers, like I was entertained by it. It's just this when the energy is not there, then it's like you just don't feel it sometimes. But anyway,
it was a little off.
It was a little off, yeah.
She was giving you very much Libra.
Oh, Keyshia Cole a Libra?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And this one of your people.
You act like I'm a stan. Like I didn't know that. I don't know her birthday.
October 15th.
October 15th. Okay, yeah, she definitely a Libra. Yeah. I can see it now.
Yeah, she turns 40 this year. Ain't that crazy?
Oh wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Because when we're off, we are off.
and ain't no balance coming. No time.
Okay. But no, what's going on with Meg?
Yeah. It feels like everything and nothing when I think about Meg right now. Like, like everything is going good for her. Like she just did she did Apple TV or Apple Music Awards, like killed that.
And she did how did you think about the remix with
the remix on Ariana's 3435 with Doja?
Yeah.
I feel like now people are like trying to like create this Nicki substitute. Like the fact you gotta get two bitches to give us what we wanted. What we wanted, we were very clear. We want another Ariana Minaj classic. That's what we want.
I wanted Nicki on it, to be honest.
We wanted an Ariana Minaj classic, and you had to go get. You got the princesses on it, but that's cool. That's cool.
I don't know how you're gonna respond to this because, because you had to catch my bluff a couple of days ago when we were talking about the whole Beyonce thing. You remember? Now I'm about to catch your bluff, okay? Because I said what I said, and it came to fruition. A lot of other creators were saying the same thing. They did not feel Meg Thee Stallion's verse on their remix.
I didn't say anything about you not liking her verse. What did I say? Call my bluff about what? What I said?
Remember that time you was telling me? I'm like, when I said she needed to change up her, and you was like, well, you don't need to tell her she need to change up. She can do whatever she want. Remember that?
I said it. You didn't like it.
I said it a couple episodes ago. Then this came out, and a whole lot of other creatives were saying the same thing. Not saying they copied off of me, but like we're just noticing.
What?
That is just not. It wasn't there. It wasn't the verse was not. It was very similar.
Well, too bad.
Very much the same. It was very much the same.
Oh well, that's her style, and it is what it is. Ariana sings the same type of style. She's in the same vein now. Past 2-3 albums.
Okay.
The same style. It's
her. But positions didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't.
What I'm saying is, and like I said, I'll say to you, I don't care who else said it. You 100, 5,000. It doesn't matter. When it comes to other creatives and how people decide to showcase their art, or how they decide to deliver that art to you as a consumer, you can have whatever opinion ever you want, but if she did like what other people were saying, she had to switch up the flow, she's blah 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 blah. That also is going to come with criticism saying that, well, why'd you change who you were just to follow trends because this is what other people wanted you to sound like?
Okay, because
they want you to sound like this other artist. Well, Doja Cat is versatile. Well, when Doja Cat came out and was doing her own style of stuff, people, had their things to say. Then she switched it up, and the first thing they said was, "Oh my gosh, she sounds like she's a Nicki clone. She's blah blah blah." Then she started using other tactics, and like that's why like this last era with Say So, she like showed the breadth of diversity that she can carry. Like she's done acoustic version of that song. She did a. Did you hear like the punk rock version of the song she performed for the right? Like being able.
Yeah, I heard it.
So it was a matter of her delivering her art in the way that she felt it could land. Meg at this point, like she's still relatively a new artist, but she's created a brand around that style of rap.
Yeah,
you're not gonna tell E40 to start rapping like Jay-Z just because people like hearing Jay-Z. You know what I mean? You can't tell Too Short to stop rapping and sounding like Too Short to sound like T.I. because people like the way T.I. raps. Just like you can't tell Andre 3000 and start rapping like Snoop Dogg. They have their own style and sound, and there's an allowance for them to be great. I think that because she's a girl, people treat it differently. If she was a J. Cole who sounds the same with every song, I ain't never heard this man switch how he raps. Never. J. Cole sounds the same with every. You can play any song, he sounds exactly the same with all the songs.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't stop him from getting his number ones. That didn't stop him from getting his Grammys. That didn't stop. See what I'm saying? Like,
okay, I see what you're saying.
Appreciating his message and what he offers to that industry. And so I just think I said it to you.
I can understand people that do. I don't.
Then
okay.
Say it to you now. That it is unfair
to
try to tell an artist how to deliver their art. It's not your art.
Mm-hmm.
It's her art. Now, if you appreciate it, you appreciate it. If you don't like it, listen to somebody else. There's somebody else that sounds exactly how you want them to sound. Go listen to them. But as far as this remix goes, I think that she brought a balance to like what we're listening to. Because I think if it was Ariana and Doja, I would still feel like, oh, this could have been an Ariana. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
I think a lot of people too. And okay, the barb in me is it comes out in certain places, in certain times. There was rumors that Nicki was supposed to be on it, and when we found out Meg was going to be on it, you know,
what? Like,
I mean,
so she can do whatever she wants.
But it's cool. It's cool. I still love Meg. I still like I said, I listen to Meg's music. I'm not gonna stop listening to Meg, but it's just
sound different, girl. Switch it up. Wow.
I mean, she got to do it something at some point. I mean, at some point, I would hope. I mean, but okay. I understand that I'm not an artist and I don't know how to create music. But at the end of the day, it's my opinion, and that's just how I feel. And I feel that there's also people like there's people that don't create music also that can tell if someone's going to be a superstar. Look at people like Simon Cowell and Randy Jackson. They can't sing or make music at all, but they can tell who's going to be the next superstar.
They were wrong for a lot of people.
Huh?
They were wrong about a lot of people.
Well, I mean, before American Idol, but
Let's go down the list of the people they thought were going to be superstars and see where they are now.
Post American Idol, but when they were in their career.
So anyway.
But anyway, like I said, Meg Thee Stallion, this is not about the song. I just brought that up just because I wanted to know where your head was at. But
I haven't heard. I only heard it once though, and that's kind of telling because one, I love Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I am becoming like very like interested in Doja more. Like after like this past 3 months, like seeing her live performances, her visual performance, like she's not a one-trick pony, and the girl can actually sing, and she writes all her own stuff, and she produces. So it's just like I love Doja as a creative.
Yes, and I'm ready for playing her.
Right. And then Meg, I think that I like Meg because she reminds me of like those little country girls from the South who just talk their shit and move their body. Yeah. And like I like her demeanor. I like her in her act.
Okay.
Meg's act.
But what we came to talk about
bitch, you shot me. My story ain't changing, and bitch, you ain't changing.
Okay, so let's tell listeners what's going on. Okay, so Tory Lanez criminal charges for allegedly shooting Meg Thee Stallion have been reportedly dropped. Okay, according to the Los Angeles County, the Supreme Court website, it appears that the charges Tory was facing from July 2020 had been dropped. Now, there are no additional trial dates listed following the hearing that was made on that website. And for a minute, there was no response until Meg started tweeting.
Right.
Because Meg gonna defend herself and she needs to if she feels that if it's necessary. She said initially, like you just said, you guys are believing in the blogs. I'm paraphrasing. You guys are believing in the blogs. They're not true. It's fake news. She called, she's saying that people's teams are bullying me into making me out to be like the victim and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said this in a series of tweets. One thing that she also said was that the court dates were pushed back because of the inauguration. Now, I had to talk to a couple people because that's what I normally do when I make these notes, and I have to get so court dates can get pushed back because of inaugurations. Like, so just because there was an inauguration going on, that means everything, like certain court dates, are pushed back because of that. I mean, I don't know. I that's why I'm asking. I'm asking you because
Well, I don't work for the courts, but
I looked it up. I didn't hear any.
I think that given in light of recent events, I don't think there was any courthouse that was open on the 20th. I don't recall there. I mean, nobody was going to court on inauguration day.
I mean, why would they put it on that day anyway?
On the 20th? You know, it's a weird, crazy time. You know, I don't care. I just feel like now, you know, this is perfect setup for her mini documentary part. Like I know she's been shooting since she started. She's been shooting for the past like 3 years. Our Hottie World series, and she has yet to like get on record besides doing her song, writing, like get on record and tell us what the fuck happened. And you know, she said the facts will come out, and we just gonna sit and wait until they do.
Yeah, and one thing that has annoyed me for her was the fact that people are continuously on social media like, keep on bringing it up. Like I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I get it. Like, you know, there's trolls on Instagram. You know, she has to understand that people are gonna say what they're gonna say. But you know, it's like, all right, we know. Shut up about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. And it's like y'all acting like y'all minimizing what has happened.
Well, I mean, they were able to cast so much doubt. And you know, one of the things about the court of opinion is that when you talk about a case so much, especially before it even goes to trial, it makes it really hard sometimes to find like jurors who aren't going to be biased. Because you've heard about this case, you've seen it play out on social media, you know, and in order for him to get convicted, you know, they have to be able to prove it, you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt that he actually committed this crime. And you know, the public sadly has been like helping him like create. You ain't even been there. Like me watching people come up with their theories about what happened that night. Like, bitch, they were in LA. You live in Jersey City. Like, you live.
He said you
right. Like, you weren't there.
Nobody. Yeah.
Pensacola, Florida. Shut up. You weren't there. I said no one's spoken out about it. Only thing you saw was this little clip of her hopping out of the damn car when the cops, the helicopter video. That's all you've seen. You done created a whole scenario in your head about what happened in the car. Oh,
and it's not just regular people; it's people with platforms like, you know, podcasters,
like just me, and that
and they're putting that energy out there, and you know that you're an influence, so people are gonna believe you. And I think that it's very toxic, and I don't know if it's behind the scenes. People are getting paid to say certain things. I'm not gonna put it past anybody.
People get paid for mess. People get paid because we like mess. I feel like I had a conversation with this about something like this.
You couldn't pay my opinion.
New Year's. No, about this form of media. We were talking about people with platforms who are influencers who kind of like take a piece of information and then like create their own narrative and push it as if it's the truth, and that people will subscribe to it because it's like, oh, it's the mess that we love. And I was trying to explain to someone like Wendy Williams. I know you love her. Girlfriend, that's your good Judy. But like, she really carved out a lane where she was able to do that, where she was able to take, you know, Black journalism or Black tabloid media and give her opinion on it, give her theories about what happened, and then it would go into the ethos, and then that would spin another version of the story. So now people don't know what the truth is, but even if somebody came and told you the truth, you're not gonna believe it because there's so many different versions of the story out now. You can't tell which one is the truth and which one isn't.
And that's exactly what happened here. Like, there's so many versions of this story. Like, Troy shot her. Did the best friend shoot her? I mean, like, and people are talking so much that people are talking as if she didn't even get shot at all. I'm like, I mean, y'all clearly seen the pictures.
Like this is where she had to show her bullet wounds.
Yeah,
like that's crazy, and they still don't believe her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. My friends, Lauren, when it comes to, she's like, you know what, listen to Black women. That was like this period, like just listen to Black women, and it's spun into like believe Black women, but I really want to see this saga end.
Yeah,
it gave us good music, it gave us something to talk about, but the idea of a Black woman being shot,
yeah,
and her not going straight to the police because she didn't want to put another Black man in the system or put him, to even think that far. Like I already told y'all, I told you on the show like months ago, you shoot me, you're going two places, one of two places. You're either going to jail or you're going in the ground.
Okay.
And for her to have the wherewithal to say, you know what, let me just eat this, not deal with this person no more, and let things play how they play out. Lord Jesus.
She better than me. I've said it before.
She's a better person than I am.
Because I'd have been like, this mother right here.
There'd have been one less Smurf in the world, I'll tell you that. Okay.
No, but that's some real shit, and I think people, I get it. Like, we're not given all the facts here, and that's on both sides, and it's gonna cause people to speculate because that's what we do. We because of social media. Social media has given people a platform to form their own opinions, to form their own theories, and everyone has the right to do it. But I don't know. Not everybody has integrity.
That's true. But yeah, shout out to Meg and her ankles. What's next on the agenda?
Shout out to Meg. Okay, you heard about Danny Lito?
Miss Yellowbone herself?
Miss Yellow. Yes, Miss Yellowbone. Well, she was facing backlash because she previewed a song titled Yellowbone, where the some of the parts of the song, it was like Yellowbone, that's what he want or whatever. That's like one of the main lyrics of the song. She was praising her light skin, and once that snippet dropped, a lot of people like was clowning her about it and was like, what are you trying to say?
And her a colorist.
They're calling her, they're calling her a colorist essentially. And people are trying to figure out, like, what do you mean that's what he like? People are saying that the baby's ex, which was a darker skinned woman, that she was talking about her. Not you laughing. This is a serious.
I just find it was funny watching the outrage. I'm like, well,
we mean watching the outrage.
Well, watching how it played out on Instagram, because it was Instagram where the initial meltdown happened.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, these are the same bitches that were so excited for Brown Skin Girl to come out. How y'all mad at this yellow girl made a song about her skin?
Okay, but I think it's also the response too. Her response was a little.
I mean, again, some of these people are a lot better than me. Y'all didn't like how she responded, but you can't attack somebody and then take up an issue with how they respond to you. I don't know where that idea came from. Where
it wasn't an apology. If you wasn't trying to
apologize on the internet, you just can say what you want to say to these people because they're quote unquote famous, that they're not still human.
Oh, of course.
Attack these people or say whatever you want to them, and they just not respond to you because supposedly they're supposed to be in a totally different world than you. That's not how that goes. There's no way that I minding my own black ass business, promoting my song, and then my comments, my inbox get flooded. I get dragged on Twitter about making a song about the fact that my man loves how I look. You better bitches are mad.
Well, let's just take into accountability. And this is some factual. She's a non-black woman though. Okay, when you hear the term Yellowbone, that is a light-skinned black woman. She is Latin. We seen her parents. We see what your parents look like. Okay, you're not black, so that's the issue here. You're using terms that doesn't equate to you.
First of all,
and then
she could have been an Asian and you said yellow bone. Because
okay, and then people would have still been mad. People would have still been upset and calling her colorist.
People gonna be mad anyway. People get mad about anything. She could have made a song about a goddamn hung toenail. People get mad for no reason. We've witnessed the past 4 years. People get excited about the smallest things. Danny Lee just needs to keep putting out her music. When it drops, the niggas gonna listen because they want to hear. Just because y'all got excited,
Shit trash too.
Y'all went rabid over that little piece of chorus. You know they're gonna try to eat up that whole song.
Now, did you hear the song though? Please put it on. Oh, please. Hold on. Let me. You know what?
Let's find it.
No, because I want you to know. I play it on my end because you'll be able to hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I just listened to this shit. I'm like, it'd be one thing if you said it, whatever. But like this, how that not they deleted it off of here it is.
Yellow bonus, what do you want? What do you want? Yellow bonus, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Para Miguel se lo dan. Para Miguel por el pan. Yellow.
What the fuck is this?
It's what the kids are listening to now. I
told this is not
in 20 years, the music we have at all. Anyway, it's gonna be beep, beep, beep. And niggas will be bopping and drugged out to this vaccine.
I can definitely see some toxic TikTokers making videos to this. They want. I could already see it.
It's gonna happen. Shit, we're gonna be.
This song ain't gonna do.
Let me change my lighting so I can be a yellow bone.
This shit is. Somebody done came in, commented, "Yo, what's good?" She was like, "What the fuck is that?" Exactly. What the hell is that? What the hell is even that? Come on now. Now, if you're gonna do if you're gonna come out with something like this, at least make it like listenable. Like, ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit. Now
you say
okay, fine.
We're not gonna listen to it because the babies listen to it. They do. Like
you said the babies. Okay.
So this is like a hard truth that happens with everyone as they come to age. You realize that you're going to find yourself in a cohort of people who think similar to you, who grew up in the same time and space. So you have like this idea of what arts and culture really means. Everything else is perspective. It happens to your grandparents, happens to your mama. It's going to happen to you.
Right.
You're going to look around one day and say, what the fuck is going on and how is this popular? And then you realize that the people that make it popular are either 5, 10, 15 years younger than you. They're consuming it at a higher rate than you and your peers are. They're shaping and shifting the culture. And that's just how life works. It's just how it works. So to say that we're going to complain about it, it's going to be the same people that was just like, oh, that rock and roll. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
As the culture is shifting and changing and TikTok culture is now becoming its own thing. People are starting to write research papers about how TikTok is shaping how we consume media. TikTok is shaping how we consume music. How there's going to be a study on, how it's used, how their algorithm is used to shape cultural behavior. Because it's a thing. People are using TikTok now for dating, like finding people and making connections. Creators are using it. Casting agents are using it. I just got a thing yesterday from BuzzFeed. They're literally creating a market where they're looking for personalities to be on their TikTok.
Okay.
Like they're hiring people to do TikTok. Like to be on their TikTok videos. You know what I mean? So it's just, it is what it is.
Okay, it's gonna
song. You have to have something that people can move to, and she's just following the pattern. So if yellow bonus, what they like, that's fine, because she's not wrong. Is she wrong? If you look at the history of pop music when it comes to Black women or colored women or women of color, whether they're Latino or not, the light ones always win.
Okay, whoa, okay, hold on.
Yellow bones is in the red bones. and then you're left with a dissertation about why dark-skinned women aren't appreciated.
Okay, so for my dark-skinned listeners, I will say I don't condone this type of energy. Obviously, yes, there's undertones of colorism in this entertainment industry. I'm not embracing that, and I just brought up her response when she said, "Why can't I make music about my light-skinned baddies?" Okay. Why y'all think I'm hating on other colors when there's millions of songs speaking on all types? Okay. My issue with what she said here is that
structural difference in power. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
Okay, when she said yellow bone is what they want, it's kind of making it seem like
yellow bone is what he wants.
Is what he want. Okay, what he
wants. She talking about what he want.
She's making it seem like, oh yeah, he want me because I'm light skinned.
And so what?
That's colorist though.
So
that's a toxic thing that's a toxic trait to have. I mean, if you don't feel like it is, that's cool with you. But like, I know I can understand that there's people that are going to be offended. I understand people's frustration.
Well, go listen to somebody dark skin. See how
listening to her. We're not listening. I mean, I'm not going to listen to her, obviously. But it annoys me when I'm going through my timeline. Hold on, let me just say this. It annoys me when I'm going through my timeline, trying to mind my own business, and dark-skinned people are being dragged under the mud. Like, I'm sorry. That's just it just is what it is. I'm not looking to listen to her music at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't even know she was an artist. I thought she was just debating.
But how is her saying that drag dark-skinned people through the mud? Like, why are we taking on other people's shit? Like, she didn't say nothing negative about dark-skinned people. There was to be offended. How are you offended about someone making music speaking to something that her man likes? Like, that was literally the reason she wrote it like that. So, and there are, whether you agree with it or not, whether you don't subscribe to it, so what? It ain't about you. It's not for you. It's easy. It's so easy to say, well, this isn't for me, and then move around. As opposed to being offended and taking on somebody else's shit. That song wasn't about you. For not just you, I'm not speaking to you just directly, Darren, but I'm just saying, like, it's not about you. It ain't about us. That yellow bone is what he like. Well, I know that song. That's not a song or a lyric that I would be putting into my rotation as anthems, because I'm not a yellow bone. And if he like yellow bones, then he don't like me. You know what I mean? So this is not for me. So we put that in the other. Oh, this is for them. And you move on about your business. Like, I think that this whole like seeking things, like social media has created this space where we seek things to be offended by, like, because it creates discourse, which is good. And we have intelligent discourse about certain topics like colorism. And me being a person from the South who was called a darkie, and I'm very familiar with the term porch monkey and like, midnight, all that kind of stuff. Like I'm very conscious of that aspect of our culture, especially in the Black community as well, because we're the same way with each other. That what she did, what she said, yellow bones, that wouldn't have moved me in any way. Okay, yellow bones, what he like. She should have dropping it and doing whatever. If this is her empowerment song for the yellow baddies, then let them have that moment. Because if there's if an artist like Amala Negra or Meg or Kelly Rowland or anybody else can make a song dedicated to brown skinned girls or the Black girls or to the chocolate baddies, we're gonna bump it and we're gonna support it and we're gonna be glad because it's something that's supposed to be empowering for those people who may not feel empowered in the moment. Let them have their thing. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but let people have their things. My boyfriend just made a comment. He's like, people react the same way while white people can't make songs about white power. Or in my mind, I'm like, if a white girl make a song about, snow bunnies, what he like or whatever, then guess what, girl? That ain't a song for me. I'm not offended by that because there are niggas that like that, specifically like that.
Okay.
It's for them and y'all can have it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Why would I be offended? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't relate to me. If you want to make a song about white power, you're a white person. Power to all people. Yes, have your white power. Just don't let your white power affect my black ass life. See what I'm saying? Like
I get what you're saying. It's not affecting nobody really,
right.
because
Don't take on other people's shit. And I think that looking at the comments, I looked at the comments last night. I'm like, people have taken this little chorus and this little moment in her music and made it so much more bigger than what it was. And then adding in the fact that the baby has a dark-skinned baby mama.
She clearly was talking about her.
Girl, who cares? No, why did it have to be associated to that? Her being in a relationship with a man who might have said, I like light-skinned girls. And
here's the thing, the baby was with her.
Doesn't matter. If you look at the other girls the baby has dated, they've been light-skinned women. So yeah, he got a baby with a dark-skinned girl. So the fuck what? That still may not be his preference. And even if it wasn't, if Danny was just making a song about it, like arbitrarily, that's her business. And if you're not light-skinned, are you mad because she didn't say that just regular, like a bad, like why couldn't you just make something for bad bitches, period? Why'd it have to be yellow? Like,
yeah, why we're separated.
Why are we separated?
In our own, well, I mean,
why are we separated? Because we're a community full of diverse beings. And I will always subscribe to the idea that we all have moments and things that we want to be empowered by and for. How we do that, it's your business. But we're all still different. Even though we're the same, we're all different. And let people have their things. Let people have their shit. Let them have their things. So the yellow baddies, go and turn TikTok upside down. We want to see it. We want to see people happy. Like, y'all don't want to see people happy and proud of themselves. Are we going to continue? Like, even in discourse about colorism, the conversations always tend to be light skin negative. Like it always tilts to the.
Well, if you look at history,
it always. But what I'm saying is after it always tilts to it being light skin negative. Where we do that in a way to try to empower our dark skin, right? Like empower being melanin rich. But in the moments when we really are under attack as a people, you know, we can't ostracize ourselves. We can't try to like force the division on one side to empower one group, and then act as though we've been abandoned by them when it's time for us to be together. We can't do that. And I feel like this is one of those moments of division where it doesn't have to be. Let those yellow people celebrate being yellow. Okay. Let y'all brown people enjoy y'all brown skinned girl, play Black Parade, because at the end of the day, we're all Black. We're all people of color. And we all need to feel good about the skin that we're in. Nobody ever says anything about the songs that are about Black empowerment when you do have people who are still Black, but they are a lighter complexion and they have to work. They feel like they have to work and showboat to show how Black they are. We're making people compete for Blackness when they shouldn't have to. So that was my thing. Like, let people have things. The light-skinned girls want to turn up. If he want a yellow bone baddie, then damn it, that's just what he wants. If he want him a red bone, you know what I mean? Then that's what he wants. He want him a chocolate bunny. Let him get his chocolate bunny. Let her sing her song about what her man wants. What her man. She said, yellow bone is what who want? It's what he want. She says what she want. Yellow bone is what he want. So let him on it.
Not next case, girl. What else we do have? I mean, I guess we could follow up with Tamar. Tamar gets on. Have you been listening to her new podcast, Under Construction?
Under Construction, yes, I've heard some clips. I didn't get a chance to hear her episode with Nene Leakes though, and I'm gonna go back and listen to that before I go.
Yeah,
we tape tonight.
She just asked Nene a series of questions about like her time on reality TV. They were also talking about how Nene was basically like she's the queen of reality. And a lot of people don't understand how true that is. I mean, yeah, we had New York with Flavor of Love and I Dream New York, but that shit was like, she was the pioneer. Nene, she innovated, like she said, I innovated like the whole Black conglomerate reality shows.
Acting like Whitney Houston wasn't on being Bobby Brown, being the queen of reality TV. Okay.
Well,
let you finish.
Well, people back in the day, I would say she was a pioneer though. Like they were pioneers. This is before
for the Love and Hip Hops and
yeah. Nene's era when she did Real Housewives of Atlanta. This was before Love and Hip Hops and what we know today as reality TV, black reality TV. She also talked about how the show is not scripted, but it is guided. I never knew that about Real Housewives. This is like really interesting to know. Like it's not like they going in freestyling because I always would defend Real Housewives to the very end. Like nah, it's not scripted. Everything is it is what it is. They freestyling, but no, it's guided. Like producers are telling them certain things. Like they're telling you what is going on in this scene. It was interesting. Another thing that was interesting with Tamar was that she says that WeTV was the real culprit on the reason why she got kicked off of The Real. Something about them holding up her contract or whatever on purpose.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The Real was holding up her contract, or we was holding her contract?
WeTV.
They were holding her contract because they didn't want her to work with The Real anymore? It was a shooting schedule?
Well, but that's what she said. But
before she did the show.
It's crazy because we thought it was Lonnie, we thought it was her castmates, and it basically was WeTV behind the scenes the entire time, just letting this melee happen and her thinking that it was her castmates when it really was them. Because she said she found out through a grapevine that WeTV. Yeah. What?
She found out through the grapevine that.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay. But yeah, reality TV is a different beast, and though it's considered unscripted reality, there are some shows like documentaries. I think like MTV, True Life, like those types of docuseries where they are literally there to document a process, and you set up your shooting style and you set up your storyboard. For reality TV, that's meant to be entertaining and somewhat dramatic and full of comedy when you're dealing with real people, and sometimes you do have to guide the story. And so, like Nene said, I feel like looking back at the beginning, like how she started, like Real Housewives of Atlanta is like my show. Like I love Atlanta. I used to watch the seasons over and over again, and I remember the first season and just watching how Nene has grown through that series, in front of the camera and behind the camera. I think that I noticed the shift in her on-camera persona, her on-camera presence, once she crossed a certain threshold, like in reality TV, where she understood what was happening. When she left and did Celebrity Apprentice and saw how things were being produced on another form of reality television, she was able to now be more aware of what was happening with her own production. Like, yes, we know the producers, we tell you out, we give you interviews, we tell you our stories, we tell you what's going on with us. And their job is to kind of like interweave it to make it like, to tie their lives together. So they were watching this group of friends evolve through and with each other. The issue just kept being that you keep trying to weave, a main character with people she just ain't meshing with. And creating that friction creates drama is something that people like, but it does have a real effect on the person. And we were literally watching Nene every season trying to it felt like she was trying to fight for grace in her own space. And it was being used for the sake of entertainment. Like when she was going through her real stuff, like it was when her life was more dramatic than it was entertaining. So at one point it was entertaining. We just watched them shop and eat. You know what I mean? Shop, eat, and make fun of Kim Zolciak's wigs.
Right.
But when
it got too serious.
Yeah, when her life started happening, when she wasn't just the girl on Real Housewives anymore. Like there was a reason to watch for Nene every week. What else is she gonna be on? She's on Broadway. She's gonna be on this show. Her son's stealing from fucking Walmart. So now you're in the blogs for real, not just Real Housewives. Your people are really watching you, and you know your marriage is crumbling. You're, you know, after that, and now your ex-husband, new husband is getting cancer, and you're dealing with that. You're finding out your dad, not your dad, and so her having to do and deal with all those things while also being literally guided into these traps that are for entertainment only, that can take a lot of that can do a lot of on someone's mental and emotional being. And it was just sad watching how Nene was literally drowning the last couple of seasons on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And the last one she was on, it was kind of got sad to watch. Like, the narrative is that, oh, nobody likes her anymore, so she has to do this little pity party tour and try to be nice to everybody, when the reality is, over the past 13 years, you've created I won't say created a monster, but you've put her in this situation where she is the top dog, but she's not allowed to have the same human moments as everybody else. She's now a character. She's not allowed. She's not Lanitha anymore. She's Nene Leakes. She's loud. She's aggressive. That character is who we look at her as. So anytime she deviates from that, it's not as well received. We don't see as much of that. These other girls can be mean, throw shade, throw glasses, pull each other's hair, drag each other to the ground, and apologize and make up and have tea. You know what I mean? Like, they can do that because they're still able to have those vulnerable moments on the show where, you know, you had a miscarriage, let's talk about it. You know, you're in a abusive relationship, let's talk about it. You know, your dad died, had cancer, let's talk about it. Find a common ground, we'll be there for you. It's a sisterhood. That wasn't the case when it came to Nene, because Nene was always made out to be the villain. And even when she was trying to create this space where the girls could heal, it was flipped. It turned on her and it became an intervention for her. Remember that scene with the doctor? She got her therapist. She brought her therapist to the group, right? To try to negotiate and to like mediate some healing in that space. And he ended up doing one of these. And she was like, I'm not here for this. I said, y'all, this is for TV. I'm trying to get healed in real life, and y'all fucking playing.
Yeah, well, I think also, if you're talking about that scene where she actually turned on her therapist, I think with Nene, it was just the years of trauma. And I'm not just saying it on Nene's part. I feel like they did a lot of things to each other. And it's on both sides. I just feel like Nene, I think the public got tired of Nene at some point because she wasn't an angel. She was not no angel. She had her faults. She had her errors that she had.
She ain't no damn angel either.
Who?
Like, Cynthia ain't no damn angel.
Cynthia ain't no damn angel either. Neither. Kenya was never.
None of them are.
None of them are. But I feel like Nene is sometimes Nene just, and it's hard to really empathize with her. I mean, and I think that's what it is.
I can see that. I think I empathize with her because people say I'm a bully too. So, and it's like, well, I'm only hard when I have to be, and I'm only aggressive when I feel like I have to be defensive, or if I'm on the defense, I'm definitely going to show you that you can't just run over me. But that doesn't mean that I'm not able to be empathetic with persons who are hurting, or those in need. Doesn't mean I'm not able to have a good time and be fun, be a friend, or be a good brother. And you know that oftentimes the people get personalities confused with people's beings. Like, you carry yourself a certain way. You have your personality. You just do. But I know you outside of that. I've seen you outside of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And being able to appreciate you as a whole person, as opposed to just what I'm seeing when I'm on Darren Green show, or what we see on Instagram. And I think that she's wanted a real honest chance to herself, and for it to be accepted, appreciated, and to like the same way that people embraced Kenya when she was going through her shit, even though she's fucking crazy, like people still had sympathy and empathy for her when she was going through the thing with her mom and like that.
There was a time everybody was against Kenya, though.
What I'm saying is like the group was able to coalesce around in that moment.
Yeah.
It didn't happen the same way for Nene. Nene literally was like, damn, I have to beg people to because
there were so many chances that Nene had with certain people, though, because I felt like when it got to that season, I don't agree with nothing that. Okay, so let me just pull out an example.
Yeah, I think people got turned off by her relationship with Cynthia, and I think that's what I think that was a turning point too.
The way that she treated Cynthia,
everybody, but people did not like how her and Cynthia's relationship played out because they're supposed to be best friends. Like, well, damn, you'll do this to your best friend, your sister, then.
She kind of makes this aura that, you know, it's kind of hard to be Nene's friend because Nene will turn on. She may appear to turn on you in some instances. I'll bring up an example. I'm gonna bring up an example, you know, because her and Marlo are bosom buddies.
She's a loyalist. She's a Sagittarius, first of all. She's a loyalist. Sagittarius are loyal. Most fire signs are loyalists. And it's like, listen, if you're loyal to me, be loyal to me. You can't be kicking with somebody that I know don't like me because now I don't trust you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you're my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me what this bitch said. I don't like her. She don't like me. Why are you keeping her? And why do you keep trying to bring me around this person? It ain't happening.
Okay.
So now I trust you. If you're my friend and you know that about me, it just reeks of sabotage. Now, whether that means paranoia or not.
So what are you trying to say with that? Is that when I mean, that's a lot of examples.
Well, Marlo was just trying to be. I mean, there are people who want to be friends with everybody.
You know? Oh, that's when. Oh, you're thinking I'm talking about when Marlo ended up being friends with Kenya. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, when she turned on her the second time, like after the whole thing with John, like
the whole thing with John. Oh, hold on.
See, like it's just like you didn't have nobody in her corner.
She didn't have anybody in her. Okay.
Like everybody has their person.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nene had her person. You know, Portia has her sister.
I mean, in the way she did a whole 360 on Portia, though, like I get it. Portia was definitely the villain of that season because this was after the whole rape allegation thing, the whole drugging and dungeon thing.
Right.
I just felt like, damn, like calm down, girl. You wasn't even on that season. Like you have to understand that Nene sometimes will turn on you, and it's like, damn, like, ooh, that it hurts sometimes because I think, I don't know. Maybe it's just my bias towards Nene, but I just feel like when she comes for somebody, it's like Cynthia said before. She said, "If I plucked you, you blew my head off my shoulder."
Well, that's true, people. I mean, you know,
like
you thump me, I'm gonna knock you out. That's true. but that's the thing. Like you have to test your hand with people, and like you can't treat everybody the same. My grandmother taught me that when I was young. Like that was a lie. Like treat everybody the same. She's like, no, that whole treat me as I would treat you is not. It's not wise. It's ideal, but it's not wise. You have to treat people the way they want to be treated. Like I have to treat you as what would be best for our relationship because we're two different people. I can't treat you how I want to treat you just because that's how I feel you should be treated. No, I have to treat you the way that you want to be treated in order for you to feel safe and comfortable in your presence with me. And I would ask that you do the same thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like when you have people who are looked at as big personalities, it's hard to communicate that to people.
Okay.
Receive it that way. You know what I mean? Like I can understand her and Marlo being friends because if you look at this season or even other seasons, like the way Marlo be cutting that Kenya, like it makes perfect sense for her and Nene to be best friends because Marlo does it too, and she don't give a shit. She's like, I said it, so what? You know what I mean? But you can go there with certain people. And just some people.
Sometimes she was on the attack mode, and the moment I was trying to bring up was the part where that whole closet thing. Granted, ain't nobody in my damn closet, but when Marlo came to the party and she was like, "You ain't call or you ain't do something," she was like coming for Marlo out of nowhere. I get it, you're going through stuff. That was the season where we found out Greg had cancer or whatever, but like. She didn't even do nothing to you. Like she just came to your party. She was trying to reach out and trying to be good, and you just came for no reason.
Best friend, you came to this party because you're filming. I haven't heard from you.
But she did say she was trying to contact her though. So I don't know.
Darren, if my marriage is falling apart and my husband has cancer and I'm sleeping in a guest room in my own house and I haven't heard from you for months or weeks and you know what's going on over here, and you pop up when I start taping my documentary to be, oh, hey, actually, no, bitch.
Because looking like a check.
Right. Don't come with this. No, if you're going to come with the, hey, how have you been? And the such and such, and I'm going to probably blow your damn head off. Well, look at you. Look what the cat drew again. I thought you were dead. Haven't heard from you. Didn't see. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I got it. And maybe that's telling on me. And I hope that people don't think I need. But still, like,
all right.
I get it. These folks don't get it. All these little soft water sign people, y'all don't understand. There's a lot of shit that
I'm an air sign.
Right. You go wherever the wind blow.
No,
She like you
go wherever the hell die.
You go with the wind blow this way, you that way. Wind blow, because you just gonna float. And that's just how y'all operate in the world. Fire signs, we are a strong presence. And sometimes our presence burns shit to the ground. Okay? And it's not, I won't say a fault of our own, that's just we're all designed differently. And that comes with it. Scorched earth comes before new beginnings. And I think that's one of the reasons why I actually liked watching Nene's journey. I would watch Nene's journey because I can relate to so many times. It's like, you know what? You have some great like moments. Like she has some great highs. Like watching her go from this lady with these fucked up teeth and these crazy looking wigs and like loud and not like going from that to a person who
they're done.
No, who is like, well, a person who is humbled by life's circumstances, and then is granted an opportunity to bloom and blossom into more of what she's wanted to be and do. Like she wanted to be an actress. She was able to do that in her own way, not because of her husband, because she's able to go and earn it for herself. Watching her do that, and then watching her crash and burn that other season, and then after her crash and burn, she comes back like a phoenix, and then we get a more grander Nene leak. You know what I mean? Like watching her go through that process has been entertaining, but it's also been very enlightening as to how different personalities move through life. And I think sometimes when we watch these reality TV shows, we see it for face value, we see them for their characters, but a lot of times people don't take into account some of the like social and psychological changes that happen over the seasons. Like if you go back and look at some of these couples and you look at some of these celebrities and just watch the change that happens from their first time to where they are now 4, 5, 6 seasons in. And look at how their mindset has changed. Look at how their living situations have changed and how how it can be messy, like it can be messy things happen, but it can be inspiring to like, listen, it doesn't matter how much money you have or how much talent you have, or at this case, how much talent you do not have. When the time comes for you to show up for your life, are you going to show up or are you going to keep going? Outside of with the cameras off, there are so many people that quit, every day. And so watching someone go through so much shit and still decide to keep going, whether I have this whole group of friends, whether all 10 of these girls like me, or only 2 of them like me, or whether this season is just me by myself trying to get my coin. This is a platform to show my growth and for me to move my business forward. Candy, I watch Candy throughout this whole her experience of Housewives. Candy don't give a fuck about none of those girls. Why? Candy has her own circle. She has a business that has spun off 16 different companies. If these cameras close tomorrow, Candy may not see half those girls ever again, unless she bumps into them at a function. You know what I mean? Because that's what she decided to use the platform for, and that's the type of person she is. She's focused on building her legacy for her family and for the circle of her friends around her.
Yep.
Nene didn't have that luxury at first because this was her platform to build, period. Like, this is what's going to bring me my money. That's why I was like, this is Nene's show. How you going to kick somebody out the house they built? Like, this was the house that she was building to take care of her family.
And I think that also had to deal with, burning bridges with the people upstairs. Like she did not get along with. Well, not that she didn't get along. She had issues with production in some instances. You know, with that whole closet situation, that was definitely like a
because you're a guest in my house.
what happened. Her walking off set. Like I guess when she was trying to hold reconciliation thing with her and Kenya, which I don't even know why that was even a thing. She walked off, but
it was in poor taste.
It was in poor taste.
It was in, well, I mean, not her walking off. Nene walking off was like, well, I don't have time for this bullshit because I already know I know what type of scene y'all trying to set up. Like you told you, it's guided. Like it's not scripted, but it's guided. It's guided for certain things. And that just wasn't the way to do it. So you mean to tell me you want me to make up with this girl while y'all do like a play of you making fun of me? I'm out of here.
And then like the virtual reunion, which was kind of like
she tried on her own to make up with this girl. She tried to have fun with her, and what did Kenya say? I'm not interested.
I'm not interested in.
Oh, okay.
We should have moved on. I feel like production should have definitely moved on with that.
Right.
The whole reunion thing when she walked out, that was a bad thing too. But I mean, it was just like a whole lot of things that, yeah.
Well,
when she left the first time, it was with the issues with the girls. It had nothing to do with production in Bravo. But this time, she left because, you know, I believe she left because they weren't paying her, and she was like, she's not taking that. So
they offered her 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Which they say nobody ever really gets fired from Housewives. They just get a different contract. And Nene recognized that, okay, you're only giving me 6 episodes. We do 19 to 20 episodes a season.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to weed me out of the show.
I'm looking like a damn friend.
But her thing is like, well, if I'm only gonna get 6 episodes, then you need to up my pay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the issue with them was that the package wasn't what she wanted, and she declined. And you know, life moves on.
Yep. And she's gonna do other things. I'm hoping for her I don't know if she want to do a show no more. Like she used to want to do a talk show. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, isn't she doing like the reading session? Like, did she talk about that with Tamar?
Yeah, she's on YouTube and stuff. And I'm like, girl, get you some microphones, turn that shit into a podcast. You'll be
she can do a podcast. Nene can go to if she wanted to do Life with Nene, like if she wanted to really do reality TV, if she has the coin,
she could do it on the internet.
Right, girl, how one of those production crews in Atlanta set up you a film schedule for the next 2 weeks.
Call Zeus.
Go to Zeus. Right, that's what I'm saying, and go to Zeus.
Because at the end of the day, television.
Jocelyn Hernandez did that for her cabaret.
And first of all, television is not there no more. Like people are not really watching TV. First of all, and internet is where it's at. If you have the viewers, you can get ads and you can get paid. Like I know there's a YouTuber now. I used to watch for years. He has his own streaming service. Like you could just stream his videos. Like I'm like, okay, like it's so many things that you could do with the internet. And as we're talking about Nene, I guess it can goes into the next one. Is like, what the hell is wrong with Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Come outside, bitch. We ain't gonna jump you.
What is going on? Okay.
In the house. Let's play Julian. Oh, I think Julian and I'm here.
Okay, you gotta go.
Right. I'm like, what is going on? On my text message, I got a video message that they were putting up outside.
Oh, okay.
I think she can do whatever she wants.
Right. And we're gonna bless the show because I don't know what that's doing.
Well, thank you. Right. It's gonna be before I dip off the screen. So Queer Millennial is going to be presenting a new series called Retweet or Delete on YouTube. It drops this Monday, our first episode. And it's going to be fun. We take your tweets and we talk about whether or not we're going to keep them or trash them. So it's going to be fun. We have different topics. We're going to have a politics episode, music sometimes, gay culture, all that good stuff. It's going to be cute.
Okay.
But did we read off our things?
Huh? Yeah, we and we're like an hour and 30 maybe. Hour and 30.
Well, let me go put pants on. Yeah, I got my Zoom outfit on today.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, or if you're listening to the podcast, subscribe to us and give us a 5-star rating. Until next time, I am your host, Darren Green.
And I'm Prince Derek Doll.
And this is the Darren Green Show signing out. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
If you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating. As always, enjoy the convo.
Ow.
Okay.
That was cute.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. Well, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Text me.